Hi everybody, John Seiler here with Behind the News, and I'm here with my helper, Ollie. Hi Ollie. I'm gonna put him over here. I'm in my car at Huntington State Beach, and you can see in the background there's the beach. I'm looking toward the street, and you are looking back toward the beach there. Beautiful beach. And I thought I'd talk a little bit about California today because we have Proposition 50 coming up. I'm just going to hold this here like this and experiment with this. And we have this beautiful beach, or all the beautiful beaches. And I live in Irvine now, but I like to come down here. And I have a state pass. If you're over 65, you can get a pass for $20 where you can come to any state park, including the state beaches, but not the city beach in Huntington Beach. That's different. And it does not work in the summer, but from Labor Day to Memorial Day, you get to come here and stay as long as you want. So it's pretty nice. And I was wondering if anybody still was down here, because so many people have left California. Gavin Newsom has kicked out about 2 million people. They just said, forget it, we're gone. But we're still here. Population is going down, but it's still around 39 million. I guess that's enough to come to the beach. Anyway, we have this Proposition 50 on the ballot, which would gerrymander our districts here in California for the U.S. House. And I've talked about this one before, and it's just typical of California and of Gavin Newsom, who truly has wrecked this state. It's just unbelievable how bad it is. It was pretty bad before. Just terrible how it is. Everything is so expensive. He had something the other day showing how McDonald's, I think it's a Big Mac, costs $9 now, and he blamed it on Trump for the tariffs on beef. But the real reason is that might be like 5% of the cost. No doubt it's hurting, but Newsom raised the minimum wage for fast food workers to $20 an hour. And before that, the state minimum wage now, I believe, is $16.50, which is high anyway. The national level is $7.25, and most states have it higher than that. But $20 an hour, he killed thousands of jobs. There's reports out you can find thousands and thousands of jobs killed because at $20 an hour, the fast food places, they either close up. Several have closed where I live in Irvine, and it's just too expensive. Or they get mechanical things to do it. There's these burger flippers now that you can get for them that do it automatically, get rid of the people. And with AI, that's going to become even more prevalent. Or they just raise prices so much that the volume goes down, or they just fire people and get by with fewer workers that maybe work overtime, because if you do overtime, you don't have to pay extra medical because it's the same thing. So that's what we have to put up with in this state. And the education is just awful in this state. I've written a lot about how we need more science and technical workers. Well, the basis of science and engineering and all that is math. In this state, only 30% of students meet the state requirements for math. How can you have a high-tech economy like we have here with Silicon Valley and San Francisco, where the centers of the whole AI thing, artificial intelligence in the world, and Newsom, he won't do anything to improve education because he's owned by the California Teachers Association, which is the affiliate of the National Education Association. I'm going to be doing a review of a book next week by Randy Weingarten. She's the head of the American Federation of Teachers, and the title is Fascists versus Teachers, or something like that. They always put fascists in the title, even though they're the ones that want big government. And the whole point of fascism is big government. As Mussolini said, nothing in the state and nothing outside the state and everything in the state. And that's what the unions want, the teachers' unions, which are not real unions. They're fake unions because they're just an extension of the government, which I'll talk about next week. So we have California here, and it's just it's so incredible. I know so many friends of mine have left. One of them is in Tennessee now. We're talking with him about it. He pays like $2 less for gas. To register a car is only a few dollars, and whereas here, my old car that I'm in here, 2016, it's a 26 Camry. No, I'm sorry, 2010 Camry, which I got in 2009 in July. And it's 16 years old, and I had to pay $220 just to register the thing. And I was talking with another friend of mine about to register a business here, whether it's a taco stand or a muffler shop or some huge company that's worth $1 trillion. It's $800 a year just to register a company for an LLC. I guess bigger companies don't have LLCs. I'm not an accountant, but it costs $800, whereas in Montana it's $30. So they gouge everybody. You're a little person starting out, maybe a computer store or repair shop, $800, boom, right there. You might not even make any profit. They still get you $800, boom, every year. You might lose money. You might go out of business. $800, too bad for the franchise tax board. And I know people have dealt with the franchise tax board, and they're just really nasty. They're worse than the IRS. And right now, the IRS is a lot of them have been furloughed because of this government shutdown. So things are going to be tied up there for a while. But not the franchise tax board. They're still out there putting the thumb screws to the taxpayers so Newsom can get his money and run for president. And he's doing this whole ridiculous thing about how it's all for democracy, as I said in one of my videos last week, I think it was, that in California we have hardly any Republican representation already. There's only 9 out of 52 in Congress, and he wants to reduce it to 4. He has a kind of North Korean mentality about a one-party system, and when he becomes president, he's gonna try to impose that on the whole country. We'll see how that does. But Newsom's problem, though, is his issues here are not the same nationally. If he well could get the nomination by the Democratic Party because he's really played up to that. He's very clever about adopting all these issues. One that could bite him, though, is the whole trans issue, because he's all for that. The trans in the schools, you know, the 6'4", 220-pound guy who says he's a girl. He plays on the girls' basketball team, and then smashes the volleyball so hard it crushes a girl's skull, a real girl's skull, that is. He's all for that, you know, because it's. But there was a recent survey that said a couple of years ago the trans, or the kids who couldn't identify if they were male or female was like 10%, but now it's down to about 2%. It was just one of these fads, like the pandemic was. It comes and goes, and it's like a pandemic of the mind. And he's still on that hobby horse, and also all the other ones. Now the problem is he could get the nomination, but then he needs to win, like Michigan, my home state. A lot of really conservative Democrats there still. Union people, the real union, the UAW, not the fake teachers unions. And they're very conservative, and actually the blacks and Hispanics have been moving to Republican. 55% of black men went for Trump last time, and they're very conservative on these social issues. You know, the whole trans thing and abortion and whatnot. So Newsom would lose them nationally. It'd be hard for him to win Michigan and the other key states, which include Pennsylvania and Wisconsin and Georgia. It's going to be hard for him to win those. Somebody just went by one of they're working on something in front of me. So anyway, I thought I'd give you this brief update here from the beautiful state of California, and we hope not your next president, Gavin Newsom. If you can contribute some money to the anti-Prop 50 campaign, go to my website, johnseiler.substack.com, and subscribe to my website, my Substack, and I have there where you can contribute to Prop 50. No on Prop 50 if you want to do that. And also for this, remember to like and subscribe this. I'm coming from you direct from California. I'll load it up later. It's not live, but you can see in the background there, people on their bikes having a good time on our beautiful beaches here. This is in Huntington Beach, just south of the pier a bit, near the power plant where they sometimes make electricity. It's called a peaker power plant because they, let me see if I can get it right here. You can see it in the distance over there. It's kind of the blue thing. It's where they when the electricity from the other sources, including some of these renewals that don't work too well, when they go out, or when there isn't enough in the summer when everybody's running air conditioning, then these peaker ones go. It's natural gas, so it's pretty clean, and they're trying to eliminate it so that we all have to use electric cars. But then when electricity goes down, we'll all just be walking around, I guess. Maybe that'll be good for our health because we'll walk some more. Okay, thanks everybody. Like and subscribe. This is John Seiler, behind the news, and in this case, behind the steering wheel of my 2010 Camry, live from Huntington Beach. No, it's not live. I'm going to put it up later, but this is right here. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.